So let's check into the app. So I've just done a few of the boring things that you don't really need to watch, really. So I just basically set it up about Cujo. This is one of the first few apps I've seen where it has the Maremma with its proper name. So that was kind of cool. So this is basically its platform face. So pet, you put everything in. Your tracker is your map and fence that we'll do here now. And then family is where you can add who you want to track. So you can add other people. So I'll add Dean. If we were away, we would add our pet sitter or something like that so that they could also track. So we're going to just dive right in. So I'm 75% charged now, so that's good. Because there's no way on the actual thing to know what my charge is. And then there's some different things. So you can set up Wi-Fi to save your battery with that. I'm not going to, because one of the reviews, and I'll test it another time, but I'm not going to do it today, but said that when it was set up to the Wi-Fi, it actually created a bit more problems with that. And when it would disconnect like the router or whatnot, the Tractive tracker wouldn't actually come back online. They had to go manually turn off the tracker itself and redo it. So we're not going to do any of that. So on the map, it's going to show Cujo's sleeping in the house as the car is charging. So that's kind of neat. The history. So this is our history of our house, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what the history
Well,
is.
actually, you know what? It might have been active. This might have been when I went to the mailbox, maybe. I don't know. We don't know. Wellness. So you can set your daily goals of how much exercise. So it says dogs like Cujo likes to get that much exercise per day, which is kind of neat if you have a little chunky girl. Goal set. Starting from tomorrow, we'll see her new goal there. Okay, that's cool. Unfortunately, she hasn't done anything yet. Get if they're getting rest or issues.
Wow, it's neat, yeah. It does all kinds of wellness trackers.
How they're doing every day based on sleep and activity. So that's kind of neat. For a pet dog, I'm sure that's really good to kind of know what they're doing, especially if you're not home, if you're working. What's going to be actually really nice about this is at night, when a normal dog would be resting, Cujo is not. So livestock guardian dogs are nocturnal, so most of their activity is at night. So what I'm kind of excited to see actually tomorrow is what time she's getting really active in the barn, which will show us when there's disturbances of predators around and when they're active. So it's kind of neat. We're going to learn that ecosystem and our threats behavior as well, because it's going to correspond to hers. So that's kind of exciting. I kind of like that. So it shows, activity, minutes, calories, blah, blah, blah. Again, your profile with family, blah, blah, blah. So you get a whole thing. So it looks like you can describe your pet if you want to do those things. Activity stats, longest track, leaderboard.
Neat.
Not really into that, and then it shows you your goal, which is kind of nice. Maybe eventually we'll put it on our chunky Jade and see how she does with it. And then, 33 badges earned. Woo! And then, of course, your account. So you can refer a friend, subscription, so you can check all your things here. Notification settings, which I think is important. So definitely make sure you're set here. So I have everything because I want that. I don't know what dangers are, but interesting. Yeah, so this is kind of the long and short of it. I don't know why you would sign out myself, but whatever. But we're going to do the fence. So it can do like safe zones, no-go zones, and stuff like that. It gives you like the icons here, and then activate your fence. So there's the circle, square, and then I think this one here is what we'll go with just because our property gets weird. I want this. Okay, so I want to change this. So street map, satellite, and streets. All right, so here we are. So this is a little less than ideal. I kind of really thought that I would have to walk this. So it's good that we're gonna test it because it's gonna be a little tricky here. So tap the fence to make changes. Well, I want this one. So we're actually not going to have the house as a safe zone. I want to be alerted because that means she's got out of the fence if she gets to the house. Now, again, I have to guess.
Yeah, where this map is compared to the real world.
So we're just going to activate that. Okay, doesn't have a right address. That's cool. So with this plan that I did here, we only, I think, have 24 hours of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's not saving it. The other plans go to 365 days. I don't need that. So
That's how they get you to upgrade.
Yeah, because you might be wanting to see those things. For me, I only want to know her activity if she's left. And if she's left, I'm going to be on it. I don't need to save it. If I need to, I'll screenshot it and stuff like that. So that's kind of exciting. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to put this on and we're going to see what happens. So I'll probably end up tracking this on here. Dean's going to take Cujo somewhere for maybe a walk or something. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find them.
So you're trying to get it on the collar?
Yes. And so one thing that said, like, you want that up, I guess.
Piece of cake, is it?
So I don't think it's easily coming off like the review said.
Well, that's good, right?
They didn't understand why like it wasn't
Velcro?
something easier, and they zip tied it actually to the collar because this failed. But I don't see how. Like if you keep using, like taking it on and off, like you would obviously stretch this, and then yes, it would be loose.
But you do have to take it on and off to charge it, right?
No.
Oh no, that's true. You
just
take the collar.
off.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, hi, yo, baby.
Hi, baby.
You're gonna get your own later when you're not so dependent on mama.
This is our baby.
Your beard. Okay, so we're gonna put it on. You're not helping me. Are you? You're kidding.
This is what it's like working with real animals.
What are you doing with a happy bot? Okay, so Cooch.
You didn't know which one Cooch was?
Now which one was Cooch? All right. You're not helping me. You're not helping
Yep.
me. Okay. All right. There you go, Cooch.
So it's hanging under her neck, is it?
Yep.
She definitely does not seem bothered.
So what's kind of neat about this? So what the plan is now? I'm gonna end up leaving Cujo with Dean, and what Dean is gonna do is gonna walk the perimeter of the fence, maybe 2 times. It's gonna take a little bit, so you might have to bear with us for the video. We'll film it and then maybe chop it down a little bit or whatever. But basically, what I'm gonna do when he does that, I'm gonna see that path and make sure that my safe zone is that, and that I don't have it too far out, because if I have it too far out, I'm not going to know until too late. I want to know right away when she's left.
And you also don't want it too far in.
She's back in the safe zone.
You don't want her being in constantly notifying you. So we'll do the test.
Because
we'll do a walk.
Those check-ins too, keep in mind, will drain your battery if you do not have it on the power saver mode connected to your Wi-Fi. And then, so Cujo is right at the gate there, and it says she's left.
Okay.
So
you are getting live notifications.
Yeah.
Perfect.
As she's moving around.
Yeah.
So
it's instant. Yeah.
This is why I really wish that there was a way that you could walk it yourself, because it's hard to know. Like, as you see, I thought I did it pretty good, and obviously, you know, there's no spots. So that's why we're going to do this check here. It also says the time, 12:43 p.m. So that was a minute ago. 549 meters. So, oh, can you see? Like, it's So we're seeing
Okay, yeah.
Cujo's little
That's cool.
things.
Anyway, we'll do the walk of the perimeter.
Okay, so here we have Cooch. You can kind of see her path. I think that's very neat. I was watching her live move as well. So let's see how close we can get here. So you can see the Cooch. The camera wants me to move. So what Dean is going to actually end up doing is he's going to leash her, and then he's going to start walking the perimeter. So it looks like he's got her now, maybe. Or okay, perfect. So it looks like we're good on a lot of the spots here. So now I'm going to go and try to edit this fence. So we're going to go.
Did it look good?
It did.
Yeah.
And so.
Oh, wow. That's so cool. Look at that map.
So I might have shortened it too much on that side. So we're just going to. Oh, and I did two sides. So that's kind of neat. Unfortunately, you can't edit the map while seeing your recent activity. I'm going to hand this off to Dean because it's hard to change here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to track.
It's so neat how accurate the
the
tracker is.
So I went too much too low here, and I think I canceled it a little there. All right, and so we're gonna go save again.
Perfect.
So it is a little time consuming, I will say that.
Yeah, but that's just the setup, right?
So
look at how neat that is.
So now we're watching. So I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna take the coach into somewhere that hopefully goes off, and we're gonna see if you can find me.
Okay, so we got notification that Cujo's left the safe area, so it's a matter now of finding her. So we can see the fence border here, and we can see where it's saying she got out. So because I have a dot right here, I should be able to find her by going in random directions until it looks like I'm getting closer to her. So as you can see, there is now an arrow on my dot showing the direction I'm looking at. So I can see that I'm looking directly in the direction she is in, which is really good for tracking. Sorry it's bumpy, but I'm actually walking. All right. Because I know my property, I have a general idea of where she is, but of course you would too. They are quite a ways. So it was telling me just then that it was going to stop doing live. And now it's not tracking the way it was before. Just see if I can get it to... Okay, so that was a bit annoying. So what happened was a warning came up on the screen that it was going to stop tracking after a period of time. And when I clicked the continue tracking, this screen came up and is no longer giving me the Google map version. So it is still doing it. It just, the way the map went was a little bit obnoxious. Remind me to tell her how unpleasant this trip was, where she decided to go. I'm crawling through the woods. It looks like she's moving again. She might have thought I wasn't going to find her and started moving back. I think she's walking the dog back, but I was where she was. We'll just see if we can catch up. Because I can see she's right ahead. And there she is. So we did find her. Mom just went back to the property. So we found Cooch.
Come on. Come on, Cooch.
Hi, Cujo. Holy crap.
Okay, so tell me about it as we walk, because these flies are killing me.
Yeah, it was good. The problem was, when your phone's off, please walk like you said you were going to. God. When your phone's off, it doesn't notify that she left the fence. So it was only after God knows how long you were standing out there that I turned on your phone to even notice that you guys were out.
Oh, okay.
So, but once it did, it led me right to you.
Okay.
At one point, it said, I guess there's like a time limit. So it said it was going to stop tracking live. Mm-hmm. There's a button for me to press to continue.
Yep.
And when it did, I completely lost the map.
Okay.
So try the sound.
Okay, so it looks like it was off. I'm going to turn it on. Okay, let's go see. The light was on.
Cujo, do you have a sound?
Hey, Cooch.
If she has a sound and we can't hear it from here, it's no good.
Here, Cooch, come.
There's no sound.
There's no sound. Okay. And it is on, so.
That's fine.
And the light is this little thing here.
Yeah, so that's completely worthless.
Yeah. So my recommendation is forget the sound.
Forget the sound and light. It doesn't matter. The GPS brings you right to them. The sound would be useful in certain circumstances. I could see that, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah, so overall, I think this is pretty good.
It is. It's a little concerning that it doesn't notify you unless you're in the app.
Yeah, so we'll have to look at
that. Maybe you have to turn on push notifications.
And that might be it, so
yeah.
I'll look at that. But overall, I mean, you knew kind of where we were.
I knew exactly where you were, and I found you perfectly in our test. It worked completely.
That's awesome.
Yep.
So for right now, I mean, it's worth it. I think I paid... I got it, there was a discount through the site. I did it through the site itself and not through Amazon. So I think it was $90, regular $129. And then I did the cheapest plan possible because it's all I need that 24-hour notice. So that was $132, I think, of that. Something like that. So overall, I think right now it's giving me some pretty good confidence. So I like it.